Hello friends, my name is Megahitsgaming and we are here on the Inspiration Series 4, Episode 7, I want to say. It's something around that. That's something like an episode that we're aiming for. And this episode, we were on a tie, I think. I didn't check lately, but we were on a tie for the interior of that, and also like making some foliage and some trees and a pond and stuff. And so I actually, since it was a tie since the last time I saw the comment section, I want to do the foliage because that is what we're going to be doing for the next episode of the Build Riot server. But that'll be in time-lapse form more likely because it is going to be a very repetitive process and kind of a elongated process. So we're going to be doing it here, and I will kind of give you guys a step-by-step on how we actually do it. We're just gonna do it in front of the mansion. We may link up some pathways and stuff later on. I think that maybe what we want to do every 10 episodes or so is I'll just do a pathway setup so that you guys can see kind of like the linkage, and we'll do different types of pathways for the different needs. Oh, you know what's going on here? Sorry about that. I want you down there. Perfect. It just seems a bit loud. Now when you're digging out an area for this is gonna be more of a tutorial, by the way, because I know a lot of people aren't too great at foliage, and I enjoy the terraforming aspect of Minecraft and all of that stuff, and it's just fun to do. But when you're digging out an area for, let's say, a pond, it's very random, but you want to keep it so that it's not like this the whole time on corners and then it's like semi-rounded. It just doesn't look good. I don't know why I just pressed escape there. But that's something that's really important when you're digging out an area, and it shows kind of like the detail and the amount of regularity, I think is the word we're looking for, or like natural aspect of it. But I really don't have any topics to talk about, so really it's just going to be a step-by-step kind of tutorial type thing, and I also want to teach you guys a little bit how to build trees. It involves a lot of logic, actually, logic and physics, like the acts of physics rather, and we'll definitely look at it step-by-step so you guys can see kind of what I'm talking about. Now for this, I'm going to be oh shoot, I lost my word. I'm going to be oh my goodness, words come out of my mouth, please. Oh, why you no do? Why you no do? I want to leave this layer 1. There you go. I just want to leave it at 1 layer, and that'll be better, I think. Since it won't take long, and I really don't want to initiate a time lapse because I really want to do this step by step for you guys. But the one tip that I say is after about 2 levels down, start replacing the ground with stone besides having grass. This will just be grass. It really does not matter, and I think that's really important. But that's a preference, but I really would recommend that you guys do that. It's the best to do, and it also looks very natural. It looks like it mixes in with the Minecraft world because the stone reaches down to a level or 2. We're gonna go down and we're gonna grab the liquids of liquidity, and we are going to just fill in this area. And you may be wondering why we're filling in this bottom area and not the layer above, and that is because we're going to be doing more of a I think we call them cattails. I don't know what you may call them, but it's kind of like shrubbery, and it kind of looks like sugarcane on the edge, but we're going to be doing sugarcane. I don't know where I'm looking. Okay, there we go. We're not going to be doing sugar, or we will be doing sugarcane, but we're not going to be doing, oh shoot, I'm missing my words. I'm tired, I'm sorry. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Got back from a 7-hour session of snowboarding. My eyes are droopy, but I needed to record this for you guys. I wanted to get this out because I'm unable to do an episode of the Build Riots today. I'm having some server issues with some ping. I'm having major ping issues, but that's being worked out momentarily, and we will have that solved hopefully very, very soon. And that is kind of like my goal, is to get that done so that I can post my Thursday episode. Although my Thursday episode will probably be very short, And I apologize. Oh, you know what I need? What don't I need right now? I don't need that. I need to remember to grab the melons, but I really do not need those right now. The reason I do that's 3. The reason I do the string is so that they don't grow any further. Because at some points you want it to look natural, and it tends to work out better if you no, I want to do 3. That's fine. If it's at different lengths, because if it's all at 3 high, then it just doesn't look too good in my opinion. But that's just me. So if your preference is that you like it that way, then be my guest and have fun with that. But I like it being at different lengths. It looks quite good. This one we're gonna go 5 high, I think. 1, 2, 3, and then this one we're just gonna do 3 high. And then also what we're gonna do, I think we'll fill in that area. No, I wanna leave that open. Was that space open? I want to say it was. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, so now what we want to do is we just want to take our trusty hoe, and we want to cover up every single area we can that is left, and we're just going to bone meal the wheat so that the wheat is fully grown, and it kind of looks like cattails if you've ever seen. I'm not sure if they're called cattails. I'm now going blank on them. But they're like a white wheat-looking shrubbery on usually ponds, like ponds that haven't been managed properly, and they look pretty cool. And swans usually like hibernate in them or something like that, and it looks pretty cool. Anyways, so one more thing I want to do actually is we're just going to bring it out here, and you guys may be wondering why we're doing that, and that is because we don't want it all being on one level. We want it being on multiple levels. Ooh, yeah, see, this is going to be my issue. We just have to get it down as fast as possible. So you may have to take a few tries on that one. But it's okay, because it turns out to be looking a lot finer and more detailed in the end. You guys may be wondering where I got this strategy or design, and it's actually from my friend named Zeke on the Blitz Legion SMP server. Or not the Blitz, bleh, I don't know what I'm talking about. On the Fire UK build server. that was completely different. I don't know why I had Blitz Legion on my mind. But yeah, he's a very cool dude. He's very good with modern builds, and he wanted to do like a swamp thing. And so we thought about it, and we got up to this. So now what we want to do is actually we need to find a good spot to put a tree. Oh wait, no we don't. No we don't. Hold on. We need to bone meal. I am completely going blank here. We're going to end up bone mealing the terrain afterwards, but I didn't mean to bone meal that. But yeah, we do it, but we do it at limited amounts. I will teach you guys kind of how to scatter it. Because this is the inspiration series, and you guys need to know how to do things along with knowing how to build things and kind of getting inspiration from it. So for things like this, like a pond and stuff, and trees, then you definitely have to think about it in a strategic and logical way. I would just say logical manner rather, and more of a realistic. Oh, you're raining now. Oh, that's makes me unhappy. But you're actually fertilizing the land, so that may be possibly good for now. We'll leave the rain on actually. Excuse me, my throat is getting really dry, so we're actually gonna make a cut right here, and I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. That was my fault. I really did not think about hydrating before that. I've come up with the habit of breathing through my mouth when I'm commentating, and it's a bad thing. It's not doing me good. So we need to figure that out. I don't know where I picked it up. It's just that maybe it could be a commentator habit or something, but I did it, and that's an issue. It's an issue. And I think it's probably a lot louder than if I was breathing through my nose when I'm commentating. So yeah, issues. Anyways, so one thing I recommend is that you guys stay through the whole video if you want to learn really the full building techniques and everything. And it'll be quite fast. It won't be slow paced at all. I think we've decided that I want to build it here, and usually when you have multiple levels down, then your roots would reach all the way down through the levels, and you'd have kind of like a strong root going down. But right now we're just going to build it from there, and we're also going to build it from let's say I want to build it from, yeah, oop, we want to build it there, and then we're going to build up and over, possibly. Now the thing when you're building a tree, I don't know how, we're probably going to have to lean this way since that's kind of the direction of my logs currently. We're going to go up one, and then with that we're going to go up one, and with that, and then here, we're going to go up one like so. And then here we want to bring this up as well. Or do we? Ooh, we are left in a predicament. What if we're gonna go there? Okay. We're gonna delete all of that. Okay. And then I think we're just gonna end up having to do the zigzag. That's okay. It's actually kind of, it's not too bad. Oh, but you know what I'm doing wrong? Oof. See, like I said, I'm not doing the physics of the builds. Oh, I wanted to keep that. Okay, so that goes there, and I want that lower. And we're gonna build this. So the thing about building a tree is you always want to keep it so that you're usually gonna end up with a three high or a 3 diagonal type thing. And I think it's in my opinion, it's a better building style, or not building style, but like building technique. It works out a lot better, especially in the building aspect of things. So, in my opinion, that's how I like to do it, but you may have a different opinion, and that's okay. So right about here is where we're going to stop the actual tree trunk. We want to do it at an angle because most swamp trees, they lean in due to the ground falling out, like it falls around the edges. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have it lean over, and then here we're actually going to move the trunk here, and we want it to come down from here maybe, and then I'm just going to build up there and there, and that maybe should turn out to be a bit better. Yep, I think that works out, because it makes it so it looks like it's giving that area, or that area of the build, more support when the tree is leaning over, and I always think that is best. So the one thing you want to think about is you want a dominant branch, and then you want kind of a side branch. You can do more branches definitely, but usually you just want to stick to the two. This is going to be a fairly large tree, so we're going to do a few branches out here. This is random because you're actually going to be covering it up. There's a style that I stick to, and it's very recommended when you're building trees, especially in a swamp style. We're going to cut that down. Alright, so here, now what we want to consider is how low we want the tree shrubbery to go down. And I want to set my line just about here. So from here up, we want to make it so that every single log is covered, so that there's no open wood from that point up. So we're just going to do this very quickly. The reason behind this is so that even if you miss a few spots in your final product, you always have something covering up. You don't have raw wood sitting there. This is just a precaution. Ooh. This is just a precaution to stand by, and it usually gives you a good basis for when you actually begin the tree itself. There are multiple different ways of building trees, and I may do a different style later on. There's a different style that I do for more of a spruce forest type thing, and then I do a massive jungle tree. Jungle trees are fun too. Before we do anything else, I'm just going to go right here, and we're going to drop it down, and it's going to seem like it's breaking off as vines maybe, and then we're just going to break off here, and we want to build it up so that it looks like the vines have broken off, and built a bush around this area, and it looks pretty cool. Especially in a swamp area, there's going to be a lot of shrubbery and stuff that chills around everywhere. But now what we want to do is I'm actually going to toggle down. I'm sorry, it's actually bothering me. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to make sure that these top points aren't alone, because having a singular point on a tree probably isn't recommended, and then you can always advance on. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build from top layer to bottom, or from bottom layer to top. I want to cover that up actually. And we're not gonna fill in all of them, but we're gonna cover a lot of area here with a double layer of shrubbery or leaves, whichever one you prefer to call it. And then it actually gives more of a depth, in my opinion, to the tree itself. Now, if you're doing this in a texture pack, I recommend you do it in vanilla texture pack when you're building a tree like this, because or something maybe like Dooku Craft, or along the lines of Dooku Craft, because leaves tend to look different. The leaves that I have in my inventory tend to look different with the different textures and stuff, of course. So we just build from top to bottom, or bottom to top, excuse me. I'm thinking about washing a car right now, apparently, because that is exactly how you wash a car, from top to bottom. But we're just gonna continue this. I'm actually not doing too good on the tree, to be completely honest here. I should be doing better on it, especially on a tutorial, but apparently I can't function right now. And then you always need to have it so that you don't have a super flat surface. That is always recommended. And make sure that it sticks out and it looks like it can be supported by the other parts of the tree itself. Because when you are building trees like this, it is based upon logic and the fact of logic, so that's always recommended to think about. And then you're going to have a taller point and lower point of a tree, of course, so just think about that as well. And then just like this, and then you can always have some points like that. I'm going to figure out something here. I don't want that, and don't want that. And I think this is a pretty good version of a tree, to the point where we have enough area for that we can do something like that. Alright, perfect. Now what we want to do is we've kind of canvassed the area. We're gonna do a little thing there, and we've seen kind of the strong points of it, and then we're gonna come over here and we're just gonna replace little patches with leaves of the other genres. Now this is what I'm talking about in the other texture packs. There's a texture pack in the Creative Node server, in which is another build team that I am officially part of. And when I did this style, I did it in vanilla Minecraft, and then when I saw it in the other texture pack, it didn't look anything like it, because the jungle leaves don't look anything like they should. And so that was an issue when they were looking at my build itself. But this is a style that originated through Fire UK, in which we use the Dooku Craft texture pack. So you can kind of see the difference in that. But we're just about done with the tree. You just want to randomize it. You can always copy this design. You can copy the way I placed my leaves and stuff. But I think the style, it works out really well, especially on spawn trees. If you're trying to do something different, you know, these are just spamming trees and stuff. Last but not least, we're actually going to do a little bone meal. But when you place bone meal, place it so that you have kind of like a clear area as well, and be very diligent with it. And then remove most flowers. Like, if you've got 1 or 2 flowers, great, but if you have an excessive amount of flowers, it probably won't look good in the total. You can even hand place the grass. I tend to do that when I have the time to do so, like when I'm working on somebody's build for my building services, in which is still available. It will never go down, because making money is good. I actually just got a payment from somebody today, so I'm really psyched about that. But this is the tree. And then last but not least, what you can do is you can go like here. This is a great place for it. And you can actually, let's just go here. And then here you can kind of see, it's kind of like wind is blowing it, and it's kind of a vine. You can also, I encourage you to do vines. You can do vines. It's completely fine. I can't believe I just did that. But that's a great design too, to have like a drapery going down, and you can always have more than one. So I'm pretty sure that's it. I hope you guys kind of understand the thing. Make sure to do that stone if you go deeper. And yeah, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked the little tree tutorial. Hope you like how to do like the cat grass, or whatever you call it, the cattail grass, and the sugarcane, of course. And so I think that's pretty much it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Adios, amigos.